Choose your destiny. Get over here!
Elation and jubilation, gamers from all around the world. I am Lucian and this is the World Gamer Show. And today we're going to continue to explore the weird world of Mortal Kombat portable games. Last time we've taken a look at the original Game Boy, Game Gear and Game Boy Color, so today we move to the next console, the Game Boy Advance. Are there actually any good MK games to be found here? Or do they all deserve to be uppercut in a pool of acid? Well, let's find out. With the release of the Game Boy Advance in 2001, everybody expected games to be with quality at least on par with the SNES library. After all, we were being shown games like Yoshi's Island running on the goddamn thing. So how difficult could it be to bring something like MK3 to the GBA? Well, turns out it was an impossible feat, at least for the developers at Virtucraft, who unleashed Mortal Kombat Advance like a plague upon the earth in the Annus Domini 2001, demonstrating that there was no virtue in their craft. Picture this, a game actually being worse than any of the MK ports to the original Game Boy, a hardware that was by that point over 10 years older. And technology moved pretty fast back then, as only 4 years later we will get the amazing PlayStation Portable
Ridge Racer
that offered graphics on par with the likes of the PlayStation 2. So yeah, Virtucraft had really no excuses to release such a nightmare fest of poor collisions, sluggish response from anything, even the menus, and the poorest and cheapest AI you've ever seen in a fighting game. Yes, even by MK standards. I mean, the developers couldn't have made it worse even if they tried harder. Cause the gameplay is broken, the AI is broken, sound effects are broken, the input system is broken, everything is broken. It's a shame because the graphics actually look good when they're standing still. That's right, even the animations are jankier than the Game Boy titles. This is the definition of a game made to look good on screenshots to trick people into buying it, only to leave them with desperation, later turned into anger and finally regret. The 3 stages to cope with buying MK Advance. Even if you see it used for like $5, don't buy it. Heck, even if they give it to you for free, don't accept it. Don't emulate it. Just stay away. It's not even worth a second of your time. It's not even worth me spending this much time talking about it. So why can't I stop?
Scorpion wings.
This sucks.
Yeah, me. It really sucks. Me.
Then, in 2002, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance revolutionized the series with new mechanics, new combat system based on 3 styles per characters, new 3D engine that allowed full 3D movements, and new modes that are a staple to this very day, like the Crypt. And of course it received a GBA port. I'm trembling in fear. Really, if developers had struggles to even reproduce MK3 on the advanced little console from Nintendo, how could they even think to port a full 3D fighting game?
Round 1. Fight!
Deadly Alliance for the Game Boy Advance, a fully 3D conversion of the home console version. And yes, it's 3D on the Game Boy Advance. Truly advanced stuff. I can improve on my jokes, I know I can. Anyway, the game offers 3D flat arenas with moving backgrounds to give the illusion of 3D that could allow the 3D movements of the sprite-based characters, taken from actual 3D models of the home console version. It's actually quite a looker on the GBA, an admirable effort which also produced very decent results on the gameplay side, with fast and responsive movements like never before seen on a handheld Mortal Kombat game. Even the addictive Crypt mode made the cut. with far less interesting unlockables inside, like of course no photos or videos. But some costumes, or rather palette swaps, are actually nice. Like this one here that magically turns Scorpion into Ninja Reptile. But yes, there were some cuts, especially in the roster, but that didn't change the fact that we finally had a somewhat decent MK game to play on the go. Moreover, US also received an exclusive version of the game, called Mortal Kombat Tournament Edition, which major improvements happened in regards to the roster and modes. Back was the Test Your Might and Sight cut from the previous version, and even more importantly, new characters replaced some of the previous ones. And I truly mean new, well, almost. New in the sense that they were not present in Deadly Alliance, but would appear later on in other games. Characters like Noob Saibot, Sector, and even for the first time playable, Serena from the infamous NK mythologist Sub-Zero.
Sir. I'm sorry.
Over the two versions, I think this is the one to get, even if just to play as the new characters, which by the way, have their own endings, so they weren't just extra skins tagged on to the game. They are fully fledged characters with their own special moves, background stories and endings, and it's a fantastic way to know what they were doing during the events of Deadly Alliance. But the most notable addition, at least in my opinion, is the tag mode, which puts two teams of two fighters, one against the other. And you can even swap the characters in real time. This is by far the best mode to play, and I'm shocked it didn't appear before, and we had to wait for a GBA port to do it. Finally a good game, to wash away those terrible NK Advance memories.
Cyrax wins. Fight your life.
Finally we're getting some good portable games, but join me next time to see two titans, the Nintendo DS and the Sony PSP, clashing one against the other on the circular dragon logo at the ring of Mortal Kombat. And let's see who will come out on top. Well, that really wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if so, feel free to support my channel by uppercutting this video with a big like and subscribe. Also, I'm very curious about your story with Mortal Kombat. Did you play any of these games? And if so, which one did you play? Which one is your favorite? I also want to thank you so much for watching this video to the end. It really means a lot to me that you chose to spend some of your precious time to watch it. I will be seeing you in my next one, but until then, stay safe, play safe, world gamers.